Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today we are going to talk about very interesting topic, the new reality of remote work.
Remote work has changed the way people communicate, collaborate, and organize their daily activities. It has many benefits, but it also creates new challenges for employees and companies.
Exactly. Working from home can give people more flexibility and save transportation time, but it can also create problems like isolation, stress, and difficulties in communication.
So, in this podcast, we are going to discuss 10 important questions about remote work and how organizations can adapt to this new reality.
Let's start with our first question. How does the lack of physical interaction affect organizational culture?
When employees don't see each other in person, it can be more difficult to create a strong relationship in an office. People can talk during lunch, have informal conversation, or simple interact during the day.
In remote work, this small moment can disappear. Because of this, some employees may feel disconnected from their co-workers and from the company.
Companies can reduce this problem by organizing virtual social activities, regular team meetings, and spaces where employees can talk about things that are not only related to work. Good communication is very important to maintain a strong organizational culture.
Our second question is about career opportunities. How can leaders make sure that remote employees have the same opportunities as employees who work in the office?
Leaders need to evaluate employees based on their results, skills, and performance, and not on how often they see team physically.
That's true. Sometimes managers can give more opportunities to employees that they see every day because they have more contact with them. This can create an unfair situation for remote workers.
To prevent this, companies should have clear promotion processes. Remote employees should also have access to training, mentoring, important projects, and professional development opportunities.
Now let's talk about one of the most important challenge, isolation.
Working alone for a long time can affect some employees emotionally. They can feel lonely, disconnected, or stressed because they don't have regular social contact with their co-workers.
In the long term, this situation can affect motivation, job satisfaction, and even employees' performance.
Organizations can help by promoting regular communication, creating virtual space for social interaction, and encourage employees to take breaks. Managers should also communicate with their teams and ask how they are doing, not only ask about their work.
The fourth question is about the concept of work presence. In a traditional office, being present normally means being physically at the workplace.
But in remote work, presence is different. An employee can be working and producing good results without being connected to a video call all day.
For this reason, companies should not measure performance only by the number of hours a person is online.
Manager can focus on objectives, quality of work, completed tasks, and deadlines. The important thing should be the employee's contribution and result, not just their online status.
Remote work is usually associated with flexibility, but can too much flexibility become a problem?
Yes, definitely. When your home is also your office, it can be difficult to know when the working day is finished.
Some employees continue answering emails or messages at night because they feel they need to be available all the time. In this case, flexibility can become a burden instead of a benefit.
Companies should respect working hours and encourage employees to disconnect after work. Employees can also create a specific workspace at home and establish a routine. Having clear boundaries between work and personal life is very important.
Another important topic is cybersecurity. Remote work can create more risk for companies' information.
For example, employees may use personal computers, public Wi-Fi networks, or weak passwords. The situation can increase the possibility of cyber attacks or information leaks.
Companies need to create strong security protocols. They can also use secure connections, multi-factor authentication, and update software.
Employee education is also essential. Workers need to understand how to identify suspicious emails, protect passwords, and manage confidential information correctly.
Now, how can companies promote creativity when the team works completely online?
Creativity can be more difficult because people don't have spontaneous conversations like normally have in an office.
However, technology can help. Teams can organize virtual brainstorming sessions and use digital collaboration tools to share ideas.
It's also important to create an environment where employees feel comfortable sharing new ideas. Companies can give workers time to think, creativity, and encourage collaboration between different departments.
Remote work can also change power dynamics inside an organization.
Yes, in a virtual environment, communication is more dependent on technology. This can make information more accessible, but it can also create problems if only some people participate in important meetings or conversations.
Some employees may feel that their opinions are not considered because they have fewer opportunities to speak directly with managers.
Companies should create transparent communication systems and make sure that all team members have the opportunity to participate in discussion and decision.
The ninth question is about productivity. Measure productivity in remote work can be challenging.
Some companies try to control employees by checking their online activity or the number of hours they are connected, but this does not always show real productivity.
A person can be online for 8 hours and still produce less than another person who works efficiently for 6 hours.
For this reason, companies should focus on results. They can establish clear objectives, deadlines, and performance indicators. Regular feedback can also help employees understand what they are doing well and what they need to improve.
Finally, how can organization maintain a sense of belonging when employees rarely or never meet face to face?
Communication is probably the most important element. Employees need to feel that they are part of a team and that their work is important for organization.
Companies can celebrate achievements, recognize employees' contributions, and organize virtual teams activities.
Also, when possible, occasional face-to-face meetings can be very useful. But even in completely virtual companies, leaders can be created strong sessions of communicate through communication, recognition, and teamwork. After discussing these questions, we can see that remote work is much more than simple working from home.
It's changed communication, leadership, organization culture, productivity, and even the relationship between employees and companies.
Remote work offers important benefits such as flexibility and more autonomy, but organizations also need to pay attention to isolation, cybersecurity, work-life balance, and equal opportunities.
In our opinion, the future of remote work depends on finding a balance between technology and human connection.
Companies need to trust their employees.
Employees need to clear expectations and healthy boundaries.
And teams need communication and collaboration even when they are physically separated.
Thank you very much for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed our discussion about adjusting to the new reality of remote work.
See you next time. Bye.